Hey guys, Gino Squid here. Welcome to the stream and starting the stream.
British planes would intentionally drop bags of potatoes over Germany during World War I. Use this trick to cover the real bombers, and because the bags also confuse their own radars, the bombs rarely reach their targets, and the potato project was quickly canceled. British planes would intentionally drop bags of potatoes over Germany during World War II. You see, the flying potato bags fooled Nazi radars, making them think hundreds of bombers were approaching. They used this trick to cover the real bombers, and because the bags also confuse their own radars, the bombs rarely reach their targets, and the potato project was quickly canceled.
해가 내 얼굴을 물끄러미 바라보고 있어.
Okay, so
눈을 감아도 마찬가지요.
I'm gonna give you a few minutes to figure out the differences here, cause I want you to make a guess, any guess. Come on, I'm waiting. Yeah, something like that. But I want you to check again. Like,
드디어 목적지를 찾은 것이오.
like it's not just about sharding. I want you to explain. No. It's actually the first thing y'all were suggesting. Actually, how about I break it to you then? You figured well. How about I give it straight to you? Yeah, I went and spent so many boxes. I even spent all my lunacy for this. And now it's right fucking here. Alright.
홍원의 가장 높은 곳에선 대관원이 이렇게 보이는군요. 이제 거칠에는 그만두도록 하지.
Yup, I finally have them. Woo! Wait!
해가 내 얼굴을 물끄러미 해가 내 얼굴을 물끄러미 바라보고 있어.
I have no idea. To answer your question, I have no idea yet. Russian Black Leagues. But for now,
해가 내 얼
Takeoff module ID up type 4. You're suggesting Capo Mersalt, huh? Alright. Identity uptide 4. I think this makes it the third non-LCB identity. Okay. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Alright. I'll read it. I'll read it soon. But first, I got something. He implores, red tears streaming down. Yet who lends their ear to folly? As there was but a single dream. Vacuous ones, heed this warning. Beware the dragons ascending. 52 hours have passed since the commencement of the family hierarch's ascension was made known to Dagon Yan. Rumors and tales herald the tongues of newsmongers, and the garden teems with tales of conflicting accounts, yet none return to the throne of the family hierarch. Well, I guess I know what I'm having for a background soon. Only news of a fantastical nature seems to break through the suffocating chaos. 4 great houses lie in ruins, their former glory tarnished. Complete permanent shutdown of Tiakan Temple. Family hierarch evaluations abolished. Quarterly amnesty policy revoked. Complete and absolute monopoly over rooms declared. Pursuit of immortality designated a taboo. The ancient, innumerably multitudinous rules and laws fade beyond the veils of history, and new rules and services of Hong Yuan fill their void. The land transforms as Blue Sea becomes a forest of mulberry trees with the passage of time. The fell practices that had come to be accepted as laws are swept away by waves upon waves of obsidian beasts. Jia Bao Yu, the precious gem of Daguan Yuan, cool as the morning dew and icy enough to make a man shiver. His gaze pierces Daguan Yuan. Yet this presence has utterly departed from his former gentle temperament. You seem busy with your brush, amidst others who dare not raise their heads in my presence. A great tide has struck Hong Yuan, my lord. Though I know not whether it be for the better or worse, a history must rightly be passed down in these records. To that, the Zenith of Hong Yuan replied thusly. There was very little fear in your heart despite the chaos. I see that you have accompanied me from Tiakan Temple to here in service of your duties. Very well. Let your records henceforth be known as Zhang Cheng Lu, or Chronicles of the Rightful Inheritance. It will be done, my lord. Your insolence is forgiven, for it was in service of Hong Yuan. Yet I find myself growing curious of its contents. Bring it before me. I will not ask you to correct it. Yes, my lord. Big brother Bao Yu, how lucky I am to see the precious jade of Daguan Yan the moment I woke. The worm has tarnished my little sister's tongue in spirit boat. I finally become one with the fathomless history of It is said that the sights of spring seldom stay. Indeed, it blooms and wilts the self-same futility of blossoms. Thus, Ishmael of the Jia family met her demise ere she ascended to her rightful seat of the family hierarch. It transpired within the hour of Bao Yu of the Jia family's name departing for the Tiakan Temple, accompanied by only an adept of the Mao branch. That was 23 hours after the commencement of the family hierarch ascension by the count of both sun and moon. Less than 24 hours. Jesus. I'm glad we were able to finish the job before they were fully assimilated. Retrieve the Jianhuang worm, dissect it down to its every tissue, and please extract everything it's got to offer. Do whatever you need to get the job done. I won't ask any questions. Your wish is my command. Yet, my lord, what of those within? Those who have done a great deal to the service of Hong Yuan shall learn the secrets of immortality and gain the right to ascend to a higher plane of existence. So sang the song of the revered Jian Ren, known well to the denizens of Daguan Yan. Yet none of them could have foreseen the terrible, twisted, bizarre truth that awaited them within the walls of Tiakan Temple. What's about you? What is the meaning of this? How could you, of all people? Grotesque forms, their forms mutated beyond recognition, sit amidst earth riddled with human remains. Testimony to their predilection for cannibalism. The vision before this chronicler was much like a congregation of malevolent ghosts and ghouls, physical manifestations of the supernatural strength, chaos, and spirits. Ah, ha, ha, that's a good one, Grandpa. Of all people, really, who else did you expect? Not even a stray bitch roaming the streets would have the audacity to show such disrespect against those who raised it. Thankless rat, that's what you are! How dare you brandish such crude steel at Yakan Temple, the heart of Hongwan's history! Mark my word, your transgressions shall beget severe consequences! This John Ren, an elder of the Shui family, casts vulgar curses towards Jia Baoyu. Yet, without even a scant trace of wrath, he replies placidly. A misunderstanding, perhaps, born out of my steady adherence to the path. That is untrue. No, I did not let their vulgarities linger over long in my heart, yet the hollow eye socket ached still. Cease. You needn't rise. Records often fail to speak the truth even when honesty has guided the brush. Then the new master of Hongyuan shut his eye deep in thought. He rubbed his chin contemplatively, then spoke again only after enough time to imbibe a cup of tea has passed. You there, the kowtowing one with your head buried between your hands. Speak. Regale us with the tale of the Kong family and how they came to be annihilated. The Kong family has, in their greed, violated the laws of Hongwan. And for that, they were annihilated, my lord. See how he is made a liar, though earnestly he read from the records. Yet returning the Kong's honor shan't be of any benefit to Hongwan just yet. Let us continue this perusal. How dare you defy our will, the will of Hongwan's venerable ancestors? Have you no shame? Have you not enjoyed the precious blessings we have bestowed upon... Oh, is that what you call those things you granted me in your endeavor to sate your puerile need for entertainment? Blessings? Jesus Christ, he is menacing. I was made to witness the ruin that destroyed the Kong family, all for the sake of the Jean Rent's entertainment. Black-feathered cuckoos pecking humans apart, seizing their nests, forcing their eggs inside, and newborns tearing their way out to the world through their stomach's end. And for the people, what abominable cycle, what terrible screams, what awful sights. I plucked my eye out, for I could bear it no longer. Was it because I was seized by the horror of that moment which etched itself into my psyche? No, it was simple, unbearable disgust. Knowing that the old and odious worms, the ailing vermin of Hongwan, lurked behind the eye, how their voracious jaws coveted my emotions, I had to remove it lest I vomited. They weren't blessings. All you've given me is a curse. The dear child! Only time stands between you and understanding the joy of that entertainment. With time you too shall know. Do you not recall, child? We never spared any expenses for anything you had ever sought, anything you ever desired. Oh, that. I remember it still. It was only after a week with that eye locked in my room that you could not bear the tedium and sent someone for me. 1 billion on did I ask for travel expenses with the jade, for I knew not by what other means I might dissuade you, and not long after, Shi Mi Yin set Daveyot fixers to deliver all kinds of precious riches before me. But all that gold, all that treasure you have given me were just transactions, were they not? You sought me to provide you with entertainment, with something to assuage the tedium of your overlong existences, and I received gold and treasures in return. What is this, if not a mere exchange of goods and services? Our relationship, if you can call it that, was simply business. Enough! We shan't suffer your insolence any longer. What an awful brute you have become! Worry not, this foolish attempt at a rebellion shall soon come to an end. Now with the Tiekan Temple open, the Jiaolan Guard shall be here any minute! Jiaolan Guards, protectors of the Jia family. Unlike the Heisho whose loyalty changes with the hand that wields their leashes, the Jiaolan Guards have sworn utter loyalty to the family hierarch in Daguanyuan. Due to the nature of their publicity, many are known for their martial strength have deigned to join the Jiaolan Guards. Thus, the Jianren seem to be of the belief that once their full force makes their way to the Tiekan Temple, they would bring a swift end to Jia Baoyu. No matter what childish secret you have prepared outside Hongwan Shao, the airs in this claustrophobic chamber have clearly rotted your brains. Ishmael is dead. Without the next family hierarch to fill the seat, the ascension is no ending the beast's respite. I wield the leashes of every house and the beasts who are wandering without a family hierarch to serve. The 12 beasts are all mine. That cannot. Bao Yu, how? Oh, you control them all! No, how does this come to be? Over revered Heishu Xianren. Why shall Bao Yu? My lord, by Heishu Xianren. Might that be another name for the adepts? No, adepts may be mighty, yet they are animals of the pack still. To wield the full mind of Hongwan, I needed the approval of the 12 Heishu Xianren. I would have loved nothing more than to borrow the true strength of each branch as well. Alas, they were adamant that such forces cannot be deployed unless the need was to battle forces foreign to this land. Everything you have heard thus far is classified information. You will not record them. Thus spoke the Adept of Mao, and impressed upon this chronicler that he mustn't leave any record of exchanges concerning the Heishu Xianren. The negotiations that were had with those of whose existence we hitherto knew nothing. The Adept of Mao, upon realizing that this chronicler had been making a transcript of her entire speech, drew her hand close to the hilt of her blade, doubtless contemplating the untimely departure of his head from the torso, until the new master of Hongwan laughed and spoke thusly. There are no rules against records in New Hongwan. Record as you will, he said, and permitted this record to be made. Heed me, 12 beasts. Plunge these parasites working against the prosperity of Hongwan into the gutters of Avicii. They were avail not even a moment of respite. Their existence is now eternally condemned. Screeches tainted by hatred and drenched in suffering echoes endlessly betwixt the walls of Tiekan Temple. Jia Bao Yu gently beholds the inferno in his eye. Once outside, this chronicler saw that there was nothing but hollowness reflected in his eye. No happiness, no wrath, no sorrow, no joy. Only a void of emotions. He is beautiful. I swear. Perhaps there was satisfaction, however, for he has cut down the former hierarch, one called the Venerable Jiamu or Shi Taijun, and some of the Jianren. For his gate, the parting Tiekan Temple was light. It is said that, to observe the heavenly rules, one must rise closer to it. Yet I see it plainly still, the tall sky from the abyss of Tiekan Temple. No soul dare stand in Jia Bao Yu's heavenward ascension. No Jiawan guards, no soldiers of the four families. It may be tall, but the sky is only a simulacrum, my lord. When false becomes truth, so too does truth become false. Where non-existence becomes existence, so too is existence non-existence. The Shi Mi Yin, the sky was real, thus a sky it was. It appears as a sky to me as well, thus it's a sky it shall remain. It is not a difficult concept. Shift your focus away from the distinguishing truth from falsehood, and instead determine the perspective by which you view the world. To speak on your level, yes, from my perspective the Jiawan guards are not the shields of Hongwan. From where I stand, they are rebellious impurities who dare stand against the new master of Hongwan. Then the purge has already begun. Zhu Hauer, 32 hours after the commencement of the family hierarchy evaluation, Jiawan guards make their last stand, barricading every pathway that connects Tiekan Temple to the board of directors, but are eradicated ere the Zhu hours end, at the cause of the Heishu whose reach have conquered every corner of Daguanyan. Thereafter, Jia Bao Yu overpowered the four families and the board of directors with his sheer might, and it seems that I am all caught up. Enough entertainment has been had. The fools who have convened to discuss the thing as equally as benighted as them. The vote of no confidence, was it? Must have all been dealt with. Those who once used to rule over Hongwan from its highest peaks dared to not to look up from the ground in his presence. The new master of Hongwan sits higher than all, observing the ubiquitous masses before him. When the bell tolls to tell the time, he speaks, his voice echoing in every corner of Hongwan. The tone was low, but its reverberations were deep and bone-chilling. Thus none in Hongwan were spared from his speech. Heed my voice, residents of Daguanyan. The Jia lie as easily as they breed, and the Wang are bereft of even a small room to lie in. Even in years of great harvest, the Shui are blinded in their pursuit of gold, and not even a single engraving welcomes the Shi in 10 steps. The four great houses are in decline. Only bloodstains remain in the path of history Hongwan has taken. Thus Hongwan shall no longer suffer the hierarchs. Its master needs a name still, however, a new title. The Lord of Hongwan. All shall henceforth address me as Hong Lu, the Crimson Dew, the Lord of Hongwan. Much blood had been spilled already, yet red dew stained every dawn of Hongwan crimson. No forgiveness did His Majesty bestow upon those who dared pursue selfish ends. As the sun transformed, as the moon waned, the banners of Dagwanyan fell one by one. And while its night was bright still, nary a human cast a shadow in the light. Some decry him as a tyrant and a despot, for the metallic stench of blood was ever present in his majesty's wake. Yet the morning could never have come without the cost of bloodshed. His majesty did not expel those who spoke honestly before him, and bestowed government posts to those who gave him sincere advice. The alleys were calm, yet no longer plagued by chill, and children's laughter echoed betwixt the narrow steps of the machine jungle. Thus, some exalt him as a merciful lord of benevolence, for glory and brilliance illuminated his forward path. Hongwu, the lord of Hongwan. Though the muddy currents of the city may one day wash away his great deeds, what blessed Hongwan during his brief existence was much like a dream. Thus, this chronicler shall rectify the name of this title. It holds Zheng Cheng Wu as per His Majesty's orders, entitled Hongwu Meng, Dew of the Red Dewdrops. New tape. Your Majesty, now that you have the throne, it is high time your hail took precedence. You grasp at hollow dreams. I have no time to spare for myself with this responsibility I have claimed. I have made good use of what I have learned thus far. I must seek wider, cast my eye toward new teachings. Shin, Mang, and the Psychomints. You will seek the masters of these techniques and bring them before me. Your Majesty, you mean prepare for a war of the wings. My god, holy shit, this guy is terrifying. Absolute dominance, my god. Oh, hey cat, sup Ishmael. Hope you're doing better.
해가 내 얼굴을 물끄러미 바라보고 있어. 눈을 감아도 마찬가지요. 군주가 나선다.
의로움을
흑수 주군께서
지정. 오늘은 시간을 얼마나 뜨드려나?
내서 내려.
Okay,
전쟁으로.
alright, it's time to test this guy out. You probably must capital Mersault also use support.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리. 틈없는군요.
하나 넘고 둘 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라. 적을 베기 전까지 퇴각은 불허한다. 날개를 펼치고 시리수에게 펼치나 걸어. 이야 숨쉬는 누구나 살려보지 마라.
This will be interesting. Set it off!
고작 이 정도 탕루의 허덕이나 저 해충들을 도려내라.
Ah, shoot.
묘야.
Oh, wait! Holy shit, that's powerful!
지불할 능력도 의사도 없다면 얼마 안
I'm doing great, Ishmael. I'm doing great.
깨우치시길. 대범한 머리가 쪼개지지 않았을 텐데.
일기당천.
최선의 방어를.
목을 떨궈주마. 고작 이 정도 탕후의 허덕이다.
Holy shit, that's powerful. Yeah, I saved.
혈압도
Yeah, I saved up for the Lord, alright. He apparently does not fuck around.
목을 떨궈주마. 일기당천. 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이다. 바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라.
Holy shit, he kicks ass.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
걸맞는 곳.
지정 보호 구역의 소요 사태 확인.
Alright, let's test Capomor's salt.
사냥감인가.
Let's test this out.
몸이
Alright. Ooh, Tangle Cleaver. Wait. Punchable counter. Ooh, Tiger Mark rounds. Okay, let's take a look at this.
너는 위아래가 없군.
Okay, Tiger Mark rounds and Savage Tiger Mark rounds. He alone is already OP. He's OP with Sinclair. Use counter on him. Okay, I'll keep the counter then.
받아볼 텐가.
But counter, there would be funny skill. Okay, I hear ya.
제쳐라. 총알값 아까울 놈.
Okay, there we go. Savage rounds are chambered. There it is. Savage Tiger Slayer. It is beautiful. Wait. Here we go. Let's give this a shot.
12수에게 발톱을 걸어. 이 앞에 숨지는 자 누구 하나 살려보내지 마.
Come on, get me a setup.
전력으로 상대해봐.
Oh yeah, baby.
전탄격발.
Holy shit, he's a nuke.
목을 떨궈주마. 혈염도 바로.
Oh, this is fun!
날개를 펼치고 도끼를 보내. 톱을 걸어.
Hit it!
놈을 저 해충들을 도려내라.
틈새는 이제 깨우치시게.
묘야. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
목을 떨궈주마.
Wait till Kanto 8, huh? Alright, I hear ya. I choose to believe you on it.
최선의 방어. 제발 유래했다면.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어.
Now this is real power.
이제 깨우치시게.
바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라. 물 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
Death! It's just death! It's beautiful!
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
I think the problem there might have been luck. I wasn't that lucky. Anyways, let's try out Miracle in District 20, shall we? Christmas come early, gentlemen. Let's sit back and enjoy the music. As our voyage on the Great Lake extends, the list of things to keep the sinners entertained grows ever smaller. In a way, it sounds like a serious problem, but...
뭐 재미있는
Guys, anybody got any fun stories to tell? No, for the 30th time. I suppose repeating the exact same phrase that many times is a talent if it could even be called that. If you're having trouble recalling what you said moments ago, she has repeated that phrase 28 times to be precise. At 30, I was planning to verify if she had suffered any damages to her occipital region. I get it, I get it. I'm just that bored, Kay. There's nothing to do anymore. I'm tired of playing the same game of backgammon again and again. Good, I've got a job for you then. How about you start feeding the seagull on time for once? Somehow it became my responsibility after all of you got tired of taking care of it. Yeah. We're going to have to let the seagull go once we're out of the Great Lake anyway. Why'd you even let yourself get attached to it? Just look at her. The way she looks at you. Those woeful eyes. What, your average seagull eyes? It was abundantly clear that the sinners were starting to slowly expire from sheer boredom. Well, it's not really a problem that has a solution, and I had zero interesting stories to tell considering that I am an amnesiac, so all I could do was sit here and watch the sinners suffer. Putting them through the daily trials of the mirror dungeons wasn't the most exciting activity either. Speaking of which, Heathcliff appears to be the one least affected by this mess. Well, not that he was calm and aloof. All calm and aloof, that is. I'd say he's anxious. Ahem. Oi, Virgilius! Virgilius! A frosty silence descended upon the sinners. And the source of that frost was the inexplicable event that played out before their eyes. Oh, Heathcliff, have you gone insane? Did you finally snap?
면담의 부작용인가? 겁대가리 소실증 그런 거야?
Russian Black League saying that I'm going to burst his ears when he sees the Kanto 7 final cutscene. Honestly, I can understand that part. Honestly, I understand, man. Anyways, this must be the side effect of the consultations. Maybe we can call this sense of self-preservation loss syndrome or something like that. Hey, Heathcliff, shut your traps. I ain't mad, and my sense of self-preservation is just fine. Impressive, Heathcliff. I rarely found myself surprised in a series of misadventures so far, but this is one of those rare occasions. Speak. What is your business? It's the our next destination is T Corp, innit?
내가 굳이 대답해야 하나?
Do you really need me to answer that?
당신
No.
알잖아.
You know what
이러는지.
You know what I'm talking about.
뭐
Patience, Heathcliff. Though that seems to be a virtue that most of you lack. If everything goes according to the flow, you'll make it to your appointment on time. Since I had no context for any of that, all I could do was sit here and watch as Heathcliff scratched the back of his head. I'm still out of the loop, but Heathcliff must be really anxious about something if he's willing to talk to Virgilius first. And after all that,
아니,
that's
약속보다
not.
중요한 게
What else could possibly be more important than the appoint? Wait. Heathcliff turned around to face
Yeah.
us. Oi, any of you
너네들 혹시 뭐
got any
T사랑
history with
관련된
T Corp? Show of hands now. I have, in a way. I resided in that place once.
아니, 당신이
Right.
지나왔잖아.
But we already did you, didn't we?
그럼 역시.
Then soon it'll be.
하지만 아직도
But we're still in the middle of this mad lake.
시계대가리.
Oi, Clockhead, what's
지금이
today's date?
몇-
How would I know? Can't you tell the
알고
date?
있는데 왜
You've
날
got a
따르는
clock for a head! But clocks and calendars are completely different things.
아우 히스
Heath.
한숨만 벌써 30번째야. 버스 바닥 좀 확인해봐. 쟤 때문에 움푹 파였을 것 같으니까.
Ew, hate! That was your 30th sight today! Keep doing that and you might just huff and puff our boat to pieces.
말해요, 히스토리카.
Tell us, Heathcliff.
그쪽에
Your
차려온 거죠.
turn's coming up, isn't it?
무엇이 됐든
And whatever it is that awaits you there,
준비가 필요한
you're going to
거고.
have to prepare yourself for it. Yeah,
이 정도면
I
뭐
suppose. There's no use hiding it anymore. After some time, right. So to summarize, Heathcliff's starting to feel like his turn's coming up now that Ishmael's had her time in the ringer. And he's got good reason to believe that because Virgilius handed him something in their last consultation that affirmed his suspicions. And according to that something, he'll need fancy clothes and whatnot to refine his looks before we get to T Corp. But since we're still so far from escaping the lake, you're starting to feel restless. Is that right?
그래.
Right on! So, yeah, so there's not much you can do about that before we hit solid ground, is there?
아우 뭘 그런 거
Oh,
가지고
come
어떻게
on,
있어.
Heath, that's it? Don't you worry. I can definitely help you with that as soon as we find land, okay? We don't even know how far away from land we are! Dante, we have reached the end of the scheduled work period for the sinners. Huh? Oh yeah. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. I reflexively said my usual routine piece as the white alarm played. Man, that wasn't even a big deal then. I was hoping to see an act of dramatic bloodshed for once. Well, at least he wasn't trying to stir up trouble for once. The sinners each got up from their seats, yawned and stretched, and one by one disappeared into the back door. Oi, Clockhead. Didn't know they knocked your whistle off along with your head. Sorry. But Gregor isn't completely wrong, is he? Can't you even mince words at this point? Virgilius and Charon also walked into the back door, mocking grins on their faces. And I was left alone in the ship's cabin, standing awkwardly next to a severely crestfallen Heathcliff. Wait, there was another. Sir Heathcliff! What are you doing out here, girl? Run along, you. Go gush about the high and mighty fixers of T Corp or something. I shall have plenty of time for that later. Yep, how shall we do to treat me well, Sir Heathcliff? What, you little... Hold! Allow me to finish! Manager Esquire, Sir Heathcliff, come hither. Hush, hush! Don Quixote wore a confident smile. She slowly, gingerly walked over to presently and temporarily vacant Charon's seat and whispered ever so silently to us. Forsooth, I have devised a splendid plan for thee. A tempting offer. Alright.
그래서 기가 막힌 수라는 건 뭐냐?
So, what is this splendid plan of yours? I don't think there were words in the world expressive enough to describe that look on Heathcliff's face. It was certain that he had very scant expressions for Don Quixote and her plans, but there was this sliver of hope in his face that maybe, just maybe, Don Quixote might rise to the occasion for once. It wasn't clear whether Heathcliff's internal struggle mattered much to Don Quixote. However, she began excitedly describing her plan. Didst thou, Sir Heathcliff, ever hear tale of the ancient and legendary fixer of Deviat Association, the Red Sack? The Red what? Like Virgilius. It is said that the legendary Red Sack carried out his deliveries no matter how the terrible the terrain or how arduous the journey to all corners of the city. And with him was his sidekick, Reindeer Man. Forsooth, it's magnificent he had given away gratuitous gifts for children of the city that he deemed to be kind. 'Tis but common knowledge, Sir Heathcliff. He appears on the fixed front cover of Fixer's Monthly every winter. Don Quixote asked, sounding genuinely shocked to learn that Heathcliff did not know of this red sack.
내가 그런 걸 왜?
What makes you think I'd ever read rags like that? By to thee! Rags, thou sayest? Manager Esquire, surely thou hast heard of this magnificent publication? I knocked on my ticking clock head. I didn't really feel the need to spell it out for her. So none of thee has subscribed to it then. Mine words fell on deaf ears. Anyhow, what matters to thee, Sir Heathcliff, is that thou endeavored to make thyself more presentable than anyone else for this occasion, is it not? Finally getting to the point, eh? Go on. Very good, sir. A costume most befitting that occasion would be those of the Red Sack and its sidekick, Reindeer Man. Ah, this isn't going to end well, is it? What? Like those ridiculous fixers they'll utter RD whatever. Tis This not ridiculous! V, thou hast not even deigned to indulge mine only wish that we would cosplay fixers that would tear this ardiente together! Thou hast not even given it the chance indeed! Speak not on a matter thou knowest not about. With all that talk of a splendid plan, I thought we were really going somewhere. But it all comes around to that fixer nonsense again, eh? Don't even have the energy to beat the scent into you. I'll get to it later. 5 honest hits to the noggin should do it. When the sliver of hope on Heathcliff's face was beginning to rapidly fade. Pretty. Share thy thoughts.
해결사들이 우스꽝스러웠는가? 떠올리시게 오히려 멋지고 정돈된 차림이 아니었는가? 눈과 마음을 열고 단호하게 말해보시게.
Pretty. Share thy thoughts of the fixers that we have laid our eyes upon thus far. What? Embarrassing, were they? Remember, were they not fancy and impeccably dressed? Close not thy eyes and heart. Speak!
Oh.
Absolute embarrassing sods, yeah. That spandex bloke from K-Corp looked like he leaped right out of a circus.
아니! 지금 브리티시는 우습지 않소. 그 코스튬 멋있댔어. 그 소재에 대해 말하자면
Nay! Lord Siegfried was not embarrassing! I say that his outfit was rather dashing, wouldst thou not agree? Allow me to regale thee with information concerning the materials of its fabric, so that thy understanding... Ahem.
실례했어.
Ahem. Excuse me, huh? Hide thy heater, Sir Heathcliff! I am yet unfinished!
끝났단 말이오.
Yeah, sorry, let me say it again. Excuse me. Huh? Hide thy heater, Sir Heathcliff! I am yet unfinished!
오늘따라 왜 이렇게 팔팔한 거야?
Why is the girl so hyper today?
물론 지금 브리티시 같은 스페셜한 분도 있지만 대부분의 해결사는 멋있게 차려입고 무엇보다 고귀하지 않았는가?
Well, Lord Siegfried is a special outlier, mayhaps, but dost thou not agree that most fixers are all rather well dressed and wear honor upon their sleeves? Hold on. Voice. Actually, do you want to hear the voice or do you want me to voice it myself? Okay, both it is. Alright.
고기? 그건 잘 모르겠고 그럴싸한 옷을 입고 있는 사람도 있었던 것 같기도.
Honor upon their what? I don't know about that, but I suppose they were quite posh.
바로 그거요. 본인을 잘 따라와주기만 한다면 그들의 멋있는 복장을 그대로 채워낼 수 있어.
Sorry, just a bit of a small cough. It's nothing much, promise. Verily, follow the eye, and thou shalt see thyself dressed as impeccably and impressively as the officers are.
그런가? 에이, 젠장. 반박하려고 해도 내가
Yeah,
옷이나 꾸미는 거에 대해 뭘 알아야지.
I know I'm coughing-ish. I'm fine. Is that right? So that I know shit all about clothes or making myself look fancy.
그래서
Right.
그런 옷들을 어디서 구하는데? 솔직히 아까 다른 놈들이 말한 대로 육지에 가기 전에 뭘 구하기도 어렵잖아.
Right. So let's say I go along with your plan. Where are we going to get them clothes? Honestly, everyone was right. Where are we even going to pick up clothes in the middle of a lake?
본인이 다 그것까지 생각하여 말하는 것이네.
Aha! Yet I have thought of that as well.
이 버스 안에 경보가 울렸던 것을 기억하는가?
Recall the events of yesterday. The sirens that echoed across this bus. Dost thou remember? Now that I think about it, there was a siren yesterday. It went off not long before I announced the course of business for the day. But Faust said that the backdoor volatility wasn't anything for us to worry about.
본인은 궁금했네. 도당체 파우스트군은 무엇을 보고 그렇게 판단하는지. 그래서 다들 뒷문으로 들어가려 소란스러울 때.
Yet I was curious how indeed thought Faust determined which volatility is useful and which is not. Thus all were crowded by the back door, preoccupied with returning to their respective quarters.
조심스럽고도
I have secretly and stealthily availed myself the chance to take a glance at the screen.
들여다보고 말았지.
So you took a peep at the screen.
그 복잡한 기호들을
You know how
알아먹을 수 있다고?
you know how to read those complex symbols?
본인도 알아챌 것이라는 생각을 갖고 들여다본 것은 아니었다만
Nay, I had myself little hope of recognizing them. Yet when I looked into them,
거기에 있었던 문양은
amongst the symbols on that device were a pair of rather particular symbols I could very easily tell apart from the others.
바로 붉은 주머니와 사슴맨의 상징 그리고 멋들어진 옷을 의미하는 문양이 있었던 게지.
Forsooth, were symbols of the red sack and the reindeer man, and next to them was a symbol indicating posh outfits.
그렇게 간단할 리가.
No, it can't be that simple. No, it can't be that simple. I agreed with Heathcliff, however, Don Quixote remained enthusiastic as ever, as though she was already expecting him to say that.
알고 있는가?
Dost thou know?
뒷문 안에 있는 무수한 문들에는 문양이
Every so
종종
often,
나타난다는 것을.
certain symbols appear on the numerous doors past the back door.
뭐?
쉬러 갈 때마다
Every
지나칠
respite,
때마다,
every passing glance.
생각날 때마다
I make sure to watch them carefully.
그리고 바로
And
어제
was it yesterday
그
when,
화면에 나타났던
in the
문양은
corridor,
완전히
I spied
같은
myself the
문양을
exact door with the exact same symbol that I witnessed on the screen? Don Quixote, you didn't!
미안하네 관리자나리. 본인에게 잘못이 있다면 이 끓어오르는 모험 기질을 죽이지 못한 것일 테지.
Tis my nature as an adventurer manager esquire, mine inability to quell the burning adventurous spirit. I prostrate before thee.
하지만 그 문을 아주 잠깐 아주 살짝만 열고 내부를 관찰했을 때
Know that I have taken the sneakiest of peeks. Marie, 'twas not too foolhardy. I have only taken a small peek.
본인의 모든 추리와 추측이 맞아 떨어졌다는 말을 듣는다면
And if I were to regale thee that what I witnessed from within, that all my deductions and predictions have been proven true,
정상 참작을 부탁할 수 있지 않겠는가?
could thee find within thyself compassion to spare my soul?
쟤, 이 새끼는 하지 말라는 걸 왜 자꾸 하는 거야?
You absolute muppet, why in the bloody hell do you keep doing what everyone tells you not to? Right, Heathcliff, I just don't understand why some people keep doing things that everyone tells them not to. Ahem. I remember when Heathcliff ignored all warnings and went into the restricted areas past the area of the corridor that we're allowed to use. We almost lost Heathcliff that day. It was a tad different this time, however, back then, Heathcliff had no idea what was beyond that door, and this time, we do. Are you suggesting that we call everyone over to explore that place?
아니, 우리 셋으로 족하지 않겠는가? 셋이면 딱 적당하다네. 모든 이야기는 항상 셋에서 시작하지.
Nay, the three of us will be more than sufficient to handle this task. All tales begin with a party of three indeed. You're just scared of the consultation, are you?
무슨 소린지 모르겠군.
I have nary a clue as to thou what. Sorry, hold on. I have nary a clue as to thou what mayest be referring to. The answer to this predicament was right there. Tell them that it's too dangerous and shove them back into their respective rooms to rest up for tomorrow.
관리자 나리. 그 안은 정말 평화로운 것 같아 보였어.
Manager Esquire, that zone, indeed. It appeared to be a place most respectful, most peaceful to mine eyes.
우리는 그저 히스클리프 군이 입으로 몇 벌을 가지고 나오면 그만일 뿐이지 않은가?
Tis a simple task, is it not? All that we seek to do is to enter there and avail ourselves of a few sets of codes for Heathcliff. It was obvious that Don Quixote wasn't helping Heathcliff out of the pure kindness of her heart. Maybe she hungered for an adventure, or maybe she thought she might be able to do that cosplay of the picture she so admired. But if we can find Heathcliff some nice clothes to put his heart at ease, then maybe I can do something about this before things get out of control, like it did last time when I just let a sinner's anxiety stew and exacerbate. Fine, but we're turning around at the first sign of danger.
진심으로 하는 말이냐?
Seriously? Come on, you were willing to do it if it meant that you could pick up some clothes.
뭐
Well, I suppose we'll be okay as long as Clockhead's with us.
잘 결정했어. 그럼 오늘 밤 관리자 나리의 방문 앞에서 우리가 문을 똑똑똑똑 하고 두들기면 나리께서는 암호로.
Well said. Then let us reconvene tonight before Manager Esquire's quarters. We shall knock in the following rhythm: knock, 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 knock. Then thou shalt whisper a secret code, to which then I
들어가라.
just go get some sleep. I really hope this won't be a waste of time. We agreed on a precise time before returning to our respective rooms. Okay, clear 648 to unlock the hard mode. Okay. Okay, we are a little underdressed. That much is obvious. Wait, what level does he need again? Oh, he's up to 40. I am so underdressed. I am so fucked. Okay, what do we need again? Pierce. We need Pierce. Okay, this guy has some Pierce, but he's mostly a slash type. Oh, I think it's better. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing.
사후처리로구만.
Let's make use of the... Okay, let's see what we've got for support. Okay, Manager of La Mancha Land, Wild Hunt, Full Stop, Kurokuma and Wakashu. You know what? Let's try Full Stop.
총 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
A dark, silent night. All are sound asleep.
모두 모였는가?
Thus we assemble.
가서 별거
This better be worth the trouble.
지 거짓도 없다네.
It shall be worth every trouble, of course. Now, come hither. We quietly and sneakily followed Don Quixote, taking care not to make a noise. Are we really crossing this line? Bloody hell, Les! Don't you know what happened the last time I crossed it? Alas, it will be different this time. All we must do is follow this corridor immediately to the right of this delineation and open the door here. So these are the symbols she was talking about. Past the door through the window, the symbols Don Quixote mentioned shimmered. Symbols that seemed to indicate a sack, a wrapped present, and what appeared to represent fancy clothes. So, they're the raid sack and the reindeer man symbols.
바로 그렇네.
Precisely. Right. I suppose you're the expert with these things. I'm going in. Huh? Oh, hold on! Before I even had the chance to stop him, Heathcliff barged into the door, and we found ourselves almost getting dragged in by his sheer fervor. Oh ho! We found ourselves in a rather sizable room. This place was decorated with numerous Christmas-themed ornaments. Warm, cozy lighting reflected off the wooden flooring, and a maze of conveyor belts were installed all over the place. This place is a factory?
그러하네.
Quite!
저것들은 또 뭐냐?
And what are those things? Those
조그마한
little
꼬맹이
children
같은-
like... Ahem!
이
Ark!
돈키호테가 왔네.
Ark! Tis I, Don Quixote!
이게 뭐 하는 거야?
What the hell is she doing? The little figures Heathcliff indicated didn't exactly look like children. They all froze for a moment before turning around in our direction. They weren't humans, that's for sure.
아, 가만히 있어 보게. 본인이 다 이야기해둔 것들이 있다네.
Give me but a moment. I have already parlayed with these fellows. What happened to the sneakiest of pigs?
야, 시계대가리.
Oi, clockhead. Something's coming this way. A small but larger than others around it figures scurried over and stood between us.
아이고 돈키호테 나으리가 오셨음.
Holy shit, he looks like... Holy shit, he looks like a midget in spandex. He looks like a midget in spandex. Aha, Lady Don Quixote! You finally graced us with your presence once again, Ome!
이번에도 예상하지 못했던 곳에서 갑자기 뿅 나왔음.
And just as he did before, poof! Appearing from the most unexpected places again, Ome! Who's this Don Quixote?
우리에게 멋진 선물을 주실 분일세.
The one who shall grant us the wonderful gifts indeed! He rubbed his hands, or what I assume to be hands, together, looked up at us and stared.
반갑음. 돈키호테 나으리의 친구 되시는 분들인가 보.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Ome! You must be Lady Don Quixote's friend, Ome!
저는 도도루라고 하옴. 이 선물 공장에서 선물을 만드는 일을 하는 놈이움.
My good name's Dodoru, a gnome who works at this gift factory, Ome! And why, of course, I make gifts here, Ome! A gnome?
그렇네. 놈일세.
Indeed, a gnome! Was that supposed to be obvious? What are gnomes anyway? So they're not humans, right?
그렇소. 이들은 사람이
Yes.
아니라 놈이니까 말이야.
Yes, these fellows are not humans, they're gnomes!
그렇다움. 인간은 아닌 것이움.
Yes, of course. Not human omes, whom.
도시엔 인간만 있을 수 있다고.
Didn't think non-humans were allowed in the city. They're not abnormalities or distortions either. There's something else.
도시?
The city. I knew it.
뭐 사람인지 아닌지가 중요하겠는가? 중요한 건 어떤 마음으로
Man,
어떤 일을 하는가일세.
Man, as long as you can ignore the the blinding eyes and the sharp teeth, these guys look really, really cute. Hey, Gale, nice of you to make it. Well, what does it matter if they are not humans? What truly matters is the heart with which they commit themselves to work, that is.
맞는 말씀이움, 나으리.
Of course. You are absolutely right, my lady Ome. Didn't that Dodoru gnome say something weird about the city just now?
나만 그렇게 느낀 거
So
아니지?
that wasn't just me, huh?
그보다움.
Well, Ome! This Dodoru cut in our conversation.
친구분들께서는 원하시는 선물이 있으신지요?
Do the friends of Lady Don Quixote wish for any present, Ome?
이를테면
Say-
멋진 옷이라던가 강력한 무기라던가 맛있는 과자도 있다오.
Say, we have fancy clothes and powerful weapon, Ome! Or delicious cookie, Ome!
멋진
Fancy
뭐?
clothes?
있는 거냐?
So you really have them!
관심 가는 게 있으신 거였나 보.
Looks like we've got a winner, Ome!
자자자.
Well, then please, this way! The gnome said something about introducing us to the reception hall and led us to a certain room in a scurrying gate. This seems more like a storage room than a reception hall.
여기 따뜻한 벽난로도 있고 탁자도 있고 참으로 따뜻하고 아늑한 공간이로군.
Oh, behold, there's a warm fireplace and a table in this cozy place. What more could thee possibly ask for?
거기에 더해 맛있는 다과도 준비해 두었음.
Persona! Nice of you to make it. Nice of you to make it, man. And we have some delicious fresh refreshments ready for you as well, Ome.
조금만 기다리시면
Please wait for a moment and I'll be right.
선물을 가져다 드리겠습니다.
Please wait for a moment and I'll be right back with the gifts you want, Ome. The gnome bowed, opened the door, and scuttled out of the room. Are reception halls usually this barren? I've never been in one before, so I had no idea if this was what they were supposed to look like. I had to ask. Especially because it was starting to get pretty obvious, even with my rather limited experience, that there was something off about this whole situation.
요새는 이런 감성도 유행이라는 말을 들은 것 같소.
I have once heard the rumor that this kind of decor has been catching on in recent years.
나도 들은 적 있어. 뭐 공사 하다가 망 것 같은 곳에 대충 물건 몇 개 쌓아두는 게 더 인기가 있다던데.
I remember the comp persona. I know to put Kong-Lu first and then the Heisho second. I remember. Yeah, I've heard that too. Apparently it's popular for some folks to just deliberately leave their stuff lying around in some half-finished looking buildings. Is that what this is?
관리자 나리는 마음 놓으시게. 본인이 책임지고 멋진 선물을 받아낼 것이니.
Still, thy heart, Manager Esquire. I shall personally be responsible for this expedition and claim ourselves shiny gifts.
여차하면 들고 나를 수도 있을 거고 슬쩍 보니 번쩍번쩍한 게 고급스러운 물건들을 포장하는 것 같았다고.
If push comes to shove, I could nab some of these. I saw them packing some shiny, expensive-looking stuff over there.
도둑질은 안 돼요. 벌써 헤어 쿠폰 데이를 잊었는가?
No thievery this time, Heathcliff. Has the incident with the hair coupons already left thy mind?
알았어.
Blimey. Fine. Heathcliff was as foul-mounted as always, but it was evident from his relaxing expression that his anxiety was starting to ease. Maybe the fact that we're here, about to find what we're looking for, was a comforting thought. Heathcliff, is it that important that you dress well for this occasion? Huh? Oh, yeah. A rather delicate but gently smoldering heart, calm, silent air, a perfect atmosphere to bring up uncomfortable subjects for some honest heart-to-heart. Or is it someone waiting for you there? Someone who you'd like to dress up for?
뭐 아예 틀린 말은 아니긴 한데.
Well, I suppose you're not completely wrong.
비밀 이야기인가?
Oh, a secret is it? Don Quixote excitedly and loudly dragged her chair up close to Heathcliff.
나는 보란 듯이 성공해서 돌아가야만 해.
I have to go back as a successful man, as someone of great worth.
적어도 예전에 굴러먹던 그 망나니 히스클리프라고 생각할 수는 없고.
So that they'll know that I've changed, that I'm no longer that witless brigand Heathcliff.
그러니까 고급스럽고 멋진 옷으로 그럴싸하게 보이는 건 내게 엄청 중요한 거라고.
That's why I have to dress posh when I return, to appear like a man of quality.
누군가 그대를 배 아프게라도 했는가?
Oh, had someone stoked the fire of envy in thy stomach? Is this about revenge, like Ishmael? Revenge. Heathcliff leaned back in his chair. It creaked as he rocked gently back and forth. There was a look of deep introspection on his face, which was, if my memory serves me right, a first.
뭐 복수라면 복수겠네. 근데
well, I suppose
지금 당장 드는
I
결심은
suppose you could call it revenge, but what I really want to do is
후회하게 해주겠다.
make her regret.
그대로
Yeah,
맞는 것 같아.
that's what this is.
나는 거기서
I'll show them.
날
I'll trample over those
무시했던
bastards who
애들
thought I wasn't worth
짓밟아주고
shite.
나를 선택하지 않았던 걸 땅에 치고 후회할 수밖에 없도록.
So that she'll regret not choosing me. So that she will feel regret down to the deepest reaches of her heart.
사실은 누구보다도 어울리는 사람이었다는 걸
I'll prove to Kathy that there was no better man for her than I.
증명할 것.
Kathy. Heathcliff's eyes tremble a little as he speaks her name. He mentioned that name before. His eyes trembled then too. This Kathy must be someone pretty important to you.
당연하지.
Of course, bloody important.
진짜.
So, what happened between the two of you? Between you and Kathy?
정확히 말하면 캐서린이지. 캐시라고도 부르는 거고.
Catherine, to be exact. And I call her Kathy.
길고 골치 아픈 이야기야.
It's a long and complicated story.
이 돈키호테의 감히 그 사람이 히스클리프군의 연인이라고 외치고 있어.
Aha! Allow mine intuition to speak for thee. This Kathy must be thy lover, is she not? Well, wait, is that what she is to you?
아니야, 그런 것까지 아니야.
No, it's nothing like that.
그렇다고 볼 수도 있을지.
Okay, maybe a little
모르겠어.
bit. He's stuttering like Sinclair on a bad day. While his disposition was brusque as always, I could clearly see that he couldn't stop himself from smiling from a mere mention of her name, and that gave me more than enough answers. Every sinner had a reason for joining Limbus Company, so Maybe Heathcliff joined Limbus company for this Kathy person. Makes me wonder what kind of a person she might be, though. Someone that special, that precious to Heathcliff.
왜 그렇게 아련한 말투냐?
Don't be so overdramatic. That ain't me. Now, I do this not out of obligation as the manager, but I'm starting to think that I want to help you out, so that you could be the best man you can be for her.
그렇소. 다 함께.
Indeed, we shall all be
멋쟁이가 돼.
people of quality. Katong, I heard a door open in that very moment. It wasn't the reception hall door. That one was made of wood and wouldn't make the sound that I just heard. That sound came from over there, away from us, from a dark corner of the room. Then we heard the sounds of metal scraping against wood. It was accompanied by a howling blizzard. So those were sway marks, huh? The huge sway made its way across the wooden floor. On the marks that were already on the floorboards, it was flanked by several gnomes. The sway was red and the sacks on it were either black or red. But they were all littered with flesh and blood.
도도로, 다음 선물 재료를 갖고 왔음.
Well, this just went more a bit fast. Dodoru! We got your next batch of ingredients right here, Ome! Phew. My back, Ome!
조금만 참으라옴. 그래도 선물 받을 친구들을 생각하면 뿌듯해서
Come on.
고생은 금방 잊지 않겠소.
Come on, friend Ome! Just think about the looks on our friends' faces when they open their present, Omes! Oh, it's worth it, of course. Well, worth it.
맞음.
Here, Ome! The gaggle of gnomes were walking in our direction as they chattered and gossip froze in place upon noticing
왜
us.
농땡이를 피고 있는 것이오?
Quit lollygagging, Ome!
그래서 수다 떨지 말고 좀 더 오라옴. 이번엔 양도 많고 몇 마리는 살려서 데려왔다옴.
Quit chit-chatting and help us out, Ome! We've got a lot to process, Ome! Besides, we brought some live ones this time, Ome! I think I saw some sacks on the sway move. No, they were thrashing like something was trying to escape. Is that?
야,
Grab your weapon, girl!
왜 그렇게 심각한 얼굴인 겐가? 저들은 그저 열심히
What is the matter with these fellows are but hardworking!
거기 누가 있는 거죠? 살려주세요. 여기서 꺼내줘요.
Hello! Is there someone out there? Please help! Get me out of here!
기쁘고 신나는 날이요. 이놈은 싱싱한 놈이다.
Oh, May! What a joyous day, oh, May! This one's fresh, oh, May!
그런데
No.
저것들 인간인가 보.
But they're human, oh, May!
도도로 실장이 잡아온 건가? 어디서 저렇게 멀쩡하게 인간을 데려온 거지?
Did Manager Dodoro bring them in, oh, May? How did he manage to bring in humans so fresh, oh, May?
자네들
So, all along, thy factory has been... Oh, boy. I could hear a familiar voice coming from the other door in the room as Don Quixote stood there flabbergasted.
도도루가 실수를 저질러 버렸음. 저것들을 다른 창고로 보내야 했는데
Dodoro's
말이오.
done a blunder, oh, May. That silly wasn't supposed to be coming here, oh, May!
너무 신경 쓰지 마시라오. 놈들끼리 하는 재밌는 놀이일 뿐이요.
Don't you worry, oh, May. Just a little game between us gnomes. That's your excuse,
도도루군.
Master Dodoru.
도도루 듣고 있음.
Dodoru's listening, oh, May.
저 주머니에 들어있는 게
Tell me the contents of those sacks.
그냥 선물 재료일 뿐인 것이오. 그나저나 돈키호테 나으리 요청하셨던 멋진 옷들을 제가 준비해 놓았단 말이오. 지금 바로 입으러.
Raw materials for presents, of course, on me. Besides, Lady Don Quixote, on me. Dodo's prepared those raw fancy clothes for you and your friends to wear, on me. Why don't we head right out to wear?
그 재료라는 게
What? Raw materials? Are they?
도도루 거짓말하기 지쳤음. 인간이잖아, 인간.
Oh, me.
같은 인간.
Dodoru's tired of lying, omes. Humans like you.
너희들 다른 창고로 들이라고 내가 나갈 때 말했음.
You lot! What I say about using the storage space on me? I told you this one was off limit, omes.
우리 공장 장난감 선물을 기다리는 많은 이웃에게 실망만 배송하고 싶은 것인가?
What? Are you gonna deliver nothing but disappointment to our neighbor, omes? Even now, they await gifts from our factory, ome.
미안하오.
Oh, my bad, ome.
공장장님께 기대하시라고 그렇게나 말했는데.
Oh, me! And I already told the factory director to look forward to this batch of me! What was I thinking? This was absolutely not worth it.
네가 하는 생각.
I know what you're thinking, Clockhead.
일단 한숨 쉴 거면 어떻게 싸워야 할지 고민이나
So
한번
quit
더 하라고.
sighing and start strategizing. We've got to get out of here, yeah? Yeah, sitting here and feeling sorry for myself won't do anything. It never did. Got it.
모두 도구 꺼내라움. 이것이 바로 산지직송 아니겠음?
Grab your tool, Omes! Freshly, locally produced materials coming up, Ome!
그래, 시원하게 덤벼라 이 땅꼬마 괴물들아.
Right then, let's crack on you with those shitbags! Let's get to work.
사격 개시.
Holy shit, that's good.
꿰뚫어주겠네.
좋아. 잠깐만.
꿰뚫어주겠네.
It's more than Ome. Okay, gotcha.
숨 참고 있을 때 말 걸지 마라.
Dang it, no ammo.
사격 개시. 좋아, 순탄하구만.
Holy shit, that gun is good. Real good.
한 점만 노린다.
Holy shit, that's good! 296 on crit?
사격 개시.
Out of ammo. Fuck!
먼저 빠진다.
Fuck, it's down to Dawn.
꿰뚫어주겠네.
Hold on, Dawn! Ah, shit! I have made a mistake! Oh, fuck me!
다시 가야 할.
God damn it. Okay, note to self, restructure!
거기서 좀 더 신중히 쏴야 했나? 아니, 탄을 잘못 골랐나? 아, 뭐든 어때. 내가 좀 부족했다고 한 사실이니까.
Okay, swap for Wakashu or Wild Hunt. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Wild Hunt. Fuck it.
학은 제 형태를 갖추지 못하리라.
Okay, so it's not Ome, it's with a silent E. Okay.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
들어주겠네.
Without Hongu, he's practically worthless. Okay, I hear ya. Shit. Dead by 1,000 fucking jabs. This is just fucking beautiful. Don't forget to get on the horsey, okay? Holy shit, that coffin! Holy shit, that coffin! Jesus Christ, Dawn is not built for this shit! Okay, well done, Heathcliff does not fuck around with that Iron Maiden. Wait, what activates Dolahan? Oh. Ah, okay. Use counter to get horse, gotcha. Holy shit! Holy shit! He's... Oh, so wait. Okay, so Wild Hunt. Wait, counter again. What is... Wait. Use Lament, Mourn, and Despair's counter once per turn. Wait, use it once. Perfect. Holy shit! They do not fuck around with bad end or boss IDs. Holy shit! It's not even enough to stagger him. And the Dodo is dead.
이놈들 진짜 죽일 듯이 달려들었다고.
These were some fierce swords.
본인의 불찰이요.
The fault lies with me. The fault lies with you, Don! The light of confidence had completely faded from Don Quixote's face. So did her enthusiastic voice. No, I should have thought this plan through. Well, if we were to find someone to blame, the biggest fault would lie with me, the manager. Maybe I should have turned around the moment I sensed that something was off. Aha! Alas! With that, Don Quixote marched toward the now abandoned sleigh. This is...
진짜 예상은 했지만
Several mutilated bodies tumbled to the ground as soon as Don Quixote undid the knot tying the sack. Damn it! I was afraid that this was what we'd find inside the sack. There were a total of 7 or so in the sack, but they were all missing a few limbs. They were barely breathing, and some of them had already perished. I've never seen their style of clothing before. Looks like we're pretty far from where we were. I've seen similarly torn and clothing in the back streets, but the clothing they wore was of materials and styles that I'd not seen before. The back door must have sent us pretty far. Faust did tell me that each district within the city had different cultures and such, so...
알 바냐? 저것들도 조만간 숨이 끊길 거야. 시계를 돌려줄 수 있는 것도 아니고.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
하자.
They'll all die soon, and it's not like you can turn the clock for them. Let's just get back to the bus.
아니, 여기
Nay!
이사람
There!
멀쩡한 것 같네.
This person here is intact!
디보게, 정신 차리게. 그대가 아까 도움을 요청하던 자인가?
Ark! Get a hold of thyself! Art thou the one who requested our help earlier? Holy shit! It's an average boy!
당신들은
Who
누구세요?
are you?
끝장냈어. 이제 더는 폭풍 소리에 죄를 떨 필요도, 개소리를 꿈을 꾸고 슬픔에 빠질 필요도 없지.
군주가 나 흑수 오필
의로움을
주군께서 모이
지정 오늘은 시간을 얼마나 뜯으려나?
Alright, back to business, people.
현 시간부로 근무 시작.
Persona's pointing out that the kid might be Gojo.
옷차림이 특이하신 분들이네요. 마을에서 오신 분들은 아닌 건가?
Your clothes are all weird looking. I guess you're not from the village? The child was dressed in torn and faded clothing. From the way she looked at us, I could tell that she found us rather fascinating. She soon woke up from her momentary shock.
아무튼 구해주셔서 감사합니다.
Anyways, thank you for saving me.
저는 크레용이라고 해요.
My name is Crayon and... Huh?
이빨 태양.
Clockwork teeth! The kid pointed at me and backed away in terror.
뭔 뚱딴지 같은 소리야.
The hell are you talking
저건
about?
시계 대가리라고.
The hell are you talking about? That's Clockhead. My name's Dante. Clockhead?
시계
But
대가리.
I heard that the clockwork teeth look like clocks. I guess I also heard that they don't show up this high.
그렇다면
I've never seen a monster like that before though.
괴물 아닐세. 저분은 우리의 자랑스러운 관리자 나리시니까.
Aha! But they are not a monster! This is none other than our very own manager Esquire. Thanks for the intro, I guess.
하지만
But I can't hear anything but the tick-tocking of the clock.
그건 사정이
Well,
있으셔서.
Manager Esquire has their reasons.
몸은 괜찮은 겐가?
Art thou unharmed?
같이
Yeah.
끌려오신
Looks like the other
분들은
people who were dragged here with me weren't so lucky though. The child looks at the mutilated corpses with a despondent look on their face. Don Quixote casts a sympathetic gaze.
이들은
So they were all neighbors from thy village. Yeah, but our village will soon send hunters to save us. As long as they can get here, they can. Hunters? I wasn't sure what exactly she was talking about, so I was about to ask her what she meant. But this reception hall storage room suddenly began to fill with the gas of unknown origin.
이건 또 뭐야?
What's this now?
입을 막으시오.
Quick, hold thy breathing! Gas of an odd plume of gas. Its hue red and green begins to fill the room.
이 용기는 제가 넘치들 때는
This gas, it's the same gas from what I was nah. The three of them, including Crayon, passed out and slumped to the floor. Yes, something like this has happened before, when we walked right into a room full of toxic gas, which killed everyone. Looks like this gas only knocked them out though. That's a relief at least. I guess I should consider myself lucky that my clockhead isn't affected by these things. I gotta hide. As soon as I hid myself in the corner, a crowd of gnomes rushed through the same door the Doru came in from. Gas masks, so they use sleeping gas on us.
이건 실장이었던 것이지
It's
않아?
that all that's left of manager the Doru. All that type of snagging 3 top-notch raw materials. And now look at him, a pile of meat, 1, 2, 3, I all accounted for, I suppose,
잠가루로 재웠으니 품질은 큰 문제 없을 거다.
They're all fast asleep with the sleeping powder, so don't you all worry yourselves about harming the good ohms.
자자 얼른 옮기시오.
Well, let's remove the good ohms. They picked up Don Quixote, Heathcliff, and Crayon one by one and loaded them onto the sleigh. With that, they left, closing the door behind them. And through it all, I couldn't do anything but watch. Right? Looks like this is my time to shine. I'll rescue the 3 of them. No way. I should have listened when Ishmael offered to teach me self-defense. What do I do? This harsh truth dawns on me every time we face total annihilation. Turns the truth that, on my own, I am completely useless. If they were with us, I could at least bring them back, but none of the sinners are here with me. What good am I without them? It's a miracle that I managed to survive this far.
신기하긴 뭐가 신기해요. 정신 차려요.
Ishmael! Nice to see you again. What miracle? What miracle? Come on, get a hold of yourself. Great, now I'm hearing things.
환청이 아니에요, 관리자님. 저희가 왔다고요.
St. Clair! You're not hearing things, manager. We're really here.
갑자기 너네 셋이 사라졌다고 해서 난리도 아니었다고. 오랜만에 심심하진 않았지만.
Do you even know what a mess it was up there when we realized that the 3 of you just vanished into thin air? I bolted up and walked toward the voice. There I saw another door, and from it the rest of the sinners appeared one by one. Guys.
덜 신선한 재료는 또 놓고 왔어.
Oh boy, looks like I forgot about the slightly boiled ingredient. Oh man,
이 소동에 대한 질문.
I will inquire about this incident later, Dante.
전투 명령을.
For now, command us in battle. All right, the boys are back. Let's do this.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
하나 넘고 둘 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라. 진 목을 떨궈주마. 고작 이 정도 탕후루야. 날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어.
Ah, shit.
진 목을 떨궈주마. 말로 바랍니다.
저 해충들을 도려내.
Ooh,
물 넘고 꺾고
my little brother again. Don't mind him.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠고.
혈압도 바로.
마음 놓고 열어젖히고.
I knew my lack of supervision with Dawn and Heathcliff was gonna fucking bite me in the ass. I didn't think it'd get this bad. Okay, Ruth Sinclair's on stagger.
적을 베기 전까지.
But Lord Hongwoo's taking the cake here.
불어한다.
불가 위야
바람 불어오는데
막아내지 못하리.
짓밟아라. 진 목을 떨궈주마. 넌 푸름을 틔울 속기를 보인다.
Take it home.
들을 도려내라.
이제 깨우치시길.
묘야. 넌 푸름을
Two
틔울
passes.
수 없겠구나.
Woo!
또 한 줄 길을 남겨.
touching-
핀물진 길일 뿐이지만
Okay, a touching reunion.
세월이 지나면
현 시간부로 근무 시작.
Huh, Ishmael was telling me that Malphite gains speed by counter. Okay. I have to say, I think I missed that part when I was reading her skills. Anyway. Thanks everyone. How did you find me?
뒷문으로 들어왔어.
We entered via the back door.
버스 내부에서 관리자를
Your
포함한
signals,
신호가
your,
감지되지 않더군요.
your signals were no longer detected from within the bus's
그
premises.
즉시 수감자 전원을 대동한
Then,
수색이
every sinner was
진행되었어.
immediately summoned from their respective rooms for the search.
쉬라고 보낸 지 몇 분이나 됐다고. 이러면 곤란해, 단테.
And so soon after our break started, Dante, let's try not to do anything like this again,
아무리 관리자님이라고 해도 이런 단독 행동은 큰 위험을 초래합니다.
Even if you are the executive manager, rogue behavior such as this poses too great a risk. Please be wary of that. I'm sorry. So how did you guys find us?
나의 추측이었어.
I have deduced it.
히스클리프 군은 시종일관 불안한 상태였지. 전후 상황을 고려하면 T사에 도착하기 전에 준비해야 할
As
것이
of
있는
late,
것 같았어.
Heathcliff was in a constant state of uneasiness. Considering the nature of our circumstances, I conjectured that there was aught that he had to do before our arrival at T-Corp. On the day in which the backdoor volatility siren echoed, Don Quixote made a relatively delayed return to the back door.
그리고 다음 날
And come the next day,
나와
she requested from me and Miss Faust an encyclopedia of common symbols used in the city.
네, 파우스트가 몇 권 대여해
So
주었습니다.
Faust went her a few Wow, holy shit, Dawn's a fucking bookworm, and I thought Fixer Monthly's all she read. Apparently, she is dedicated.
돈키호테 양은 내내 내 옆에서 그 책을 읽으며 흥분된 표정으로 책을 뒤적거렸어. 나의 컨디션이 좋지 않아 말을 걸지는 못했으나
Ever since receiving the volumes, Miss Don Quixote sat next to me and perused the pages with a rather enthusiastic expression on her countenance. Although I could not converse with her on account of my conditions,
코스프레, 복장, 주머니 등의 단어를 계속 중얼거렸지.
I do recollect that the following words were repeatedly uttered: cosplay, costumes, sack.
이상의 일들을 종합하면 돈키호테 양은
In
버스의
summation, I
경보에서
surmise that Miss Don Quixote witnessed a series of symbols that caught her attention when the siren blared.
문의 위치는 파우스트가 알고 있었기 때문에 결과적으로 이 공간에 도착할 수 있었습니다.
And Faust was aware of the door on which those symbols were drawn. Based on that information, the sinners were able to find their way here.
문까지 가는 동안 복도에 있던 존재들과 전투를 치렀다.
We engaged several entities on the corridor on our path to this door.
그나마 조무래기들이니까 다행이었지.
Good thing we only ran into weaklings, though.
그런 상황에서 수감자가 사망하기라도
An
한다면
irreversible death of a sinner
영구적인
could have
인원
occurred in the
손실을
process.
발생시킬 수도 이해하셨나요? 관리자님이 없는 상황에서 일어나는
Do
전투는
you understand?
저희에게 지극히
Engaging
위험합니다.
hostile forces in your absence carries an exceedingly high level of risk.
복도 어딘가에서 시체가 되어 영영 되살아나지 못할
We
수도
could have been
있었다.
lost forever in some corner of the corridors as bodies, never to be revived nor retrieved.
관리자님의 단독 행동이 얼마나 큰 위험인지, 그리고 책임이 얼마나 중요한지
Please comprehend the weight of your
숙지해 주시는
responsibilities.
관리자님은 반드시
hold on.
살아남아야 하시겠습니까?
Alright, sorry. Please comprehend the weight of your responsibilities and the risks your independent action carries. You must survive, Executive Manager, no matter what. Do I make myself clear? I've never seen Otis look at me like that. Her gaze was cold and ruthless.
이번엔 운이 좋았던 것입니다, 단테. 애초에 그 기회의 나열은 그런 식으로 때려 맞추듯 해석할 수 있는 것 또한 아니었고요.
Your survival was a lucky coincidence, Dante. The sequence of those symbols are not supposed to be interpreted in such a haphazard manner. I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say.
이 정도로 해두죠.
I believe that is enough,
그보다
but
돈,
NDQ.
돈키호테, 히스클리프
Yeah, Don
그 두
Quixote.
명은 어디로 간 거죠?
NDQ. Yeah, Don Quixote, Heathcliff. Where'd the pair run off to? Oh, that's... I told them exactly how the events transpired.
잘도 살아있었네.
Seriously, how'd you three even manage to survive this far?
관리장관. 나까지 덧붙이기엔 충분히 들었을 거라 생각하고.
Alright, Manager Bud. I'm sure you've heard enough from the others, so I won't say more.
어디야?
But where exactly are we?
어이, 여기는 도시의 어느 구역이지? 이 추위를 봐서는 북부로라도 온 건가? 아니면
Hey, Which district is this? This cold. We must be somewhere in one of the northern districts of the city, or
이곳은 도시가 아닙니다.
we are not in the city.
아니, 그게 무슨 말이야?
What do you mean?
단어 그대로 해석하시면 됩니다. 저기 널브러져 있는 노움이라는 지성체들은 외곽에 사는 생명체.
I mean that we are not in the city. Those intelligent organisms called gnomes are part of a species surviving in the outskirts,
외곽의 괴물이라고 불리는
commonly
존재입니다.
known as monsters of the outskirts.
호수에서 그렇게 질리도록 싸워놓고 또 괴물이야?
Ugh, monsters again! After all that we faced at the lake! They weren't exactly like the whales though. We could communicate with the gnomes. They were just like people, except smaller.
외곽의 다른 지역과 존재들이라니. 상황만 여유로웠다면 마음 놓고 탐구했겠네요.
So we're in a completely different
그런데
region of the outskirts.
이곳은 전반적으로
I would have liked to
노움의
explore the
피해에
area if the
맞춰서
circumstances
설계된
permitted.
구조물인 듯하네요.
Look, this structure seems to have been custom built for the gnomes, considering how small everything is here.
여기가 외곽이라면 왔던 길로
If
돌아갈
this
수
is the
있는 거겠죠?
outskirts, we can go back, right?
저희가 들어온 문이 닫히지만
As
않는다면요.
long as the door we entered through remains open, yes.
아직은 열려 있는 것 같다.
It is open. For now.
만약에
What if it closes?
뜻밖의 여정이 시작되겠죠. 외곽에서 도시까지 직접 돌아가야 할 테니 기나긴 여정이 되겠죠.
Thus, then an unexpected journey begins. We will have to trek the distance from the outskirts back to the city, which will be a significant endeavor in both time and effort. Isn't that a bit dangerous?
여기서 무슨 소리가 자꾸 나옴? 얼레?
Where's this sound coming from? Eh?
여기 노다지가 걸어다니고 있음. 제가 도구 챙겨서 튀어오라고.
I struck Gonum! Get your tombs!
단테, 이쪽 뒤로 오시게.
Dante, come hither to the back of the line. The door slammed open and gnomes began flooding into the room. We prepared ourselves for battle.
일기당천. 말로 받아내라.
저 해충들을 도려내.
물 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
오여. 길을 열어라.
하나 넘고 물 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
Okay, Ishmael, you're telling me that Malphite if her third skill's above, save it and use power counter and gain speed, so at 10 or above, use her third skill to absolutely nuke the enemy. Yeah, I understood that part a long time ago, actually. I know the gimmick is similar, like Sinclair with Blood Flame and the 4 unbreakable coins, or Horse Song with 2 unbreakable coin skills. More or less. At least that's what I understood.
개의치 않고 말씀을. 불가 위야 마당하지 못하리.
고작 이 정도 탕류에 허덕한 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 넌 푸름을
Holy shit!
일기당천.
12서에게 명한다. 이 앞에 혈연도 바로 누구나 사료를 보내지 마. 무아타라.
남은 시간을 탈탈 털어주는 수밖에.
배수의 진.
Okay, but in backup, if you have haste show unit, it will retreat. Okay, I hear ya.
이제 깨우치시길.
바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라. 죽었네. 다음은 어디로?
Alright, there we go.
사람이랑 닮은 부분도 있긴 하지만 역시 사람은 아니네요.
I can see their similarities with humans, but they certainly aren't humans.
희한한 말투를 쓰는 것 빼곤 이 정도로 말이 통하는 괴물. 아니, 괴물이라고 말하는 게 맞을까요?
Except for their odd verbal quirk, these monsters are impressively communicative. I don't even know if they should be categorized as monsters.
정의하기 나름입니다. 누군가는 괴물이라고 말할 테고, 누군가는 다른 종족이라고 하겠죠.
The definition is often arbitrary. Some may call them monsters, yet others may call them members of a different sentient race. I appreciate your analyses, but we should probably get moving. We still don't know where Heathcliff and Don Quixote are.
역시 오늘도 맞는 말씀만을 하시는군요, 관리자님.
You always say the right things at the right time, Executive Manager.
외곽은 평소 우리의 작전을 진행하는 곳보다 위험도가 높다.
Exploring the outskirts area will carry higher risks than our usual operation grounds. To ensure the manager's safety, we must first establish a more structured plan.
뭐 제일 쉬운 방법은 그 둘을 버리고 가는 거긴 하지만 그게 최선은 아니니까요.
Well, I'd say the easiest answer would be to leave the two of them, but the easiest path isn't always the right one. Ishmael kicked open the door, the gnomes rushed in from...
가요. 관리자님도 지키고 그 둘도 구하면 되잖아요.
Come on, let's go. We'll protect the manager and save Heathcliff and Don Quixote.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
모든 것이 견뎠어.
말로 받았나.
저 해충들을 도려내.
물넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
오야.
Take it on, people!
목을 떨궈주마.
Yeah, I'd say you see, that bout's nearly lost.
혈염도 바로. 시비수에게 명한다. 이 앞에 숨쉬다 누구를 살려보내지 마.
하나 넘고 둘 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
모란이 없어. 더는 못 따라나.
개의치 않고 말씀을.
날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어 푸름을 틔울 수도 없게 도끼를 보내라. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
이제 깨우치시길.
묘여 길을 열어라. 이 정도
Holy shit!
이제 깨우치시길.
다음은 어디로?
남은 시간을 탈탈 털어주는 수밖에.
Alright! Time to kill Christmas, people!
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
만곡된 직선을 직선으로 질주하겠소.
날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어. 모든 것이 전까지 퇴각은 불허한다.
일기당시
시비수에게 명한다. 이 앞에 누구 하나 살려보내지 마라.
My brother in Christ, you are not. You ain't Silver the Hedgehog, dumbass.
혈염도 바로. 모아쳐라.
대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
일기당천.
넌 모란이 죽었네. 다음은 어디로?
Like Persona guy said, we ended Christmas with this one! Hey gnomes, time to pay your business tax!
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리. 틈을 끊어 바로야. 이제 깨우치시길. 틈을 끊어 바로야. 이제 깨우치시길.
마음 놓고 열어졌지. 바람 불어오는 대로. 바람 불어오는 대로.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
This is visceral beauty, Lord Hongwu. God damn, boy!
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의를 바로 세우는 데
For
일조하였으니
whom the gnomes pack.
내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
내 명을 들은 시비수 결집이다.
나와서 보니까 뭔가 여긴
So now that I've had some time to look around out here,
공장 가꾸려
this
선물을
facility appears to be a gift factory.
아, 이런 식으로 선물 자체를 만들어내는 공장도 있었나 보군요.
I see. So there are factories like these that produce gifts.
크리스마스 장식도 한가득이네요.
Christmas decorations everywhere.
아직 크리스마스 때까지는 시간이 좀
There's still
남았는데.
some time until Christmas, though. Sinclair looked to the ground with a somber expression. I didn't need to ask to know how he was feeling.
괴물끼리 크리스마스 선물이라도 나누는 걸까요?
I wonder if monsters exchange gifts with each other.
그렇게 친절해 보이지는 않았는데 말이지.
They didn't seem like the most hospitable sort.
도시 어딘가의 날개에서 외곽에 있는 공장에 하청을 맡겼을 가능성도 있다.
Oh wait, hold on. Is there a Wi-Fi problem? Give me a second. Network's still up. I don't know what's going on. Oh wait, hold on. Need to reload this for a sec. Wi-Fi's still on, so I don't know why it's buffering or delaying. Anyways, there it is. There's a possibility that they may be contractors to one of the wings in the city. I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wings that we've experienced so far were... Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case.
일기당천.
뭐라 넣었으니
모든 것이 현재였어.
위험인물 발견. 제압할 때 스바이의 의뢰였다면
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나 적을 베기 전까지 퇴각은 불허한다.
This is not going to be a pretty sight. Brace yourself!
말로 바랍니다. 저 해충들을 도려내.
물 넘고
오여. 길을 열어라.
하나 넘고 물 넘고.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
하나 넘고 물 넘고.
Just a massacre. That was a full wipe. Do it again.
불가
12세기 명한다.
막아내지 못하지.
이 앞에 숨쉬는 자.
바람 불어오는 대로.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
깨우치시게.
최선의 방어. 스바이의 의뢰였다면
다음은 어디로?
Oh, you poor, poor sap. This is not going to end well for you.
날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어.
Sagro ready?
이제
Prompt execution. After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the gifts the conveyor belts were moving weren't your average gifts.
저건 발인가? 발이 그려져 있는 표지판은 왜 저기에 붙어 있는 거야?
Is that a foot? Is that a sign with a drawing of a foot? What's that doing there?
이쪽은
This one
눈알이
is adorned
그려져
with a depiction of an eyeball.
이 선물들의 성분은
These gifts appear to be made from materials that do not normally go into building these items. Their shapes are of teddy bears, crayon boxes, toy trains, but they have an abnormally high concentration of protein and phosphorus. However, the decorations and lights are made of proper materials. They must have salvaged the waste expelled from the city. It's obvious. GMFH. Gifts made from humans.
사람으로 만든
And there you have it.
뭐든지
More
사람을
stuff made
갖고
from human
해결하는 건
sacrifice.
외곽이나
Guess the
도시에
outskirts isn't so
없었네.
different from the city, huh?
중요한 건
What's really concerning is
누구를 위한
who are these gifts
선물인가?
for?
누가
Who in their right mind
이런
would
걸
want
받고
anything like
싶어
these?
모르지.
Who knows? Rich
부자놈들은
folks with
은근히
screwed
이런
up
변태 같은
perversions.
취향을
Maybe
가진
that's who they're
놈들이 있기
in.
마련이거든.
Maybe that's who they're for.
사람으로
so-
선물을 만드는 거라면 히스클리프 씨와 돈키호테 씨도 선물이 되는 건가요?
If they're making gifts out of people, Heathcliff and Don Quixote, will the gnomes turn them into gifts too? I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials.
한시가 급하게
Then we must move with haste.
선물이 미리 되지
I've discovered a
않았다는
location with a high
가정에서
probability of their
그들이 있을
presence,
확률이
presuming
제일
that they
높은
haven't been
곳을
turned
알 수
into
있다.
gifts yet. After a long silence, Marsault spoke up. He pointed in a direction.
저곳에
There,
선물
the placard
제작소라는
says gift
간판이
assembly. Alright, time for cleanup.
마침내 굴레 하나를 끊었어. 두려움 없이 나아갈 수 있는 아씨가 그리던 홍원이 한 걸음 더 가까워진 것이요. 그러니 언젠가 제외할 날
For who the gnomes
꼭
pack.
내게도 은자를 풀어주시. 만곡된 직선을 직선으로 질주하겠어.
Shut up. I swear the audio is long. Like hella long.
얼마 안 걸릴 거야.
더는 못
모든 것이 견뎠어.
날개를 펼치고 시비수에게
발톱을 걸어.
이 앞에 숨쉬는
Come on. Are you kidding me? What are we even doing? Huh? Sinclair, you mother... Are you kidding me? He's already staggered!
풀음을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Russian Wagley is asking, answer me viewers, are Virgilius a fraud? Hold that thought. Huh. Stream must be lagging. The chat didn't appear anywhere else. Russian Wagley saying level upgrade. I already leveled them up as high as I can, man. This isn't easy.
불가 위야 막아지 못해.
대검 방어.
하나 넘고 둘 넘고.
Yeah, you ain't humiliating me this time, motherfuckers!
넌 풀음을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
Go on, chop me up. See if you can!
물 떨궈주마. 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
You can't do shit.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
대검에 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
Faust, I am so disappointed in you.
이제 깨우치시길.
말로 받아내라.
In other words, this will not end well for you either.
물 넘고 오여. 넌 풀음을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
마음 놓고 열어젖히고 바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라. 일기당천.
What Faust is gonna do with 17 SP?
이제 깨우치시게.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's doing just fine.
목을 떨궈주마. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 또 한 줄 길을 남겼군.
Okay, gift of hatred given shape.
이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
Okay, not enough to supply, but it will.
목표 위치로 돌격
It
중.
is holding. For now, I'm gonna have to level these guys up soon. I think I'm hearing some odd noise from in there. Eh.
비소인가. 꽤 고역의 의미군. 즐거운 일이 벌어지고 있다는 뜻이다.
Rather high-pitched SOS. It's always a good indicator of wonderful happenings.
비명 소리가 들리는데 웃을 일이냐고요?
Can you not giggle about sounds of screaming, please?
익숙한 높낮이다. 이 정도의 데시벨은 돈키호테의 고함 소리와
I'm familiar with
일치한다.
this tone. The decibel range of this screaming is an exact match with Don Quixote's.
잠깐. 아직 전투 구역의 위험 정도가 파악되지 않았다.
Wait, we have yet to conduct a threat assessment of the combat area. That area appears to be a closed-off space, which means Otis or Heathcliff with us, he would have said as such. Said what? I think I know. How bloody frustrating! Quit whinging, pick up your toes and get cracking!
제법 웃기네요.
That was pretty close. Ishmael soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. Meanwhile,
여긴 대체 뭐야? 나 왜 묶여 있는 건데?
where the bloody hell are we? Why am I tied up?
미안하네. 우린 아무래도 망한 것 같네.
I regretfully say unto thee that we are quite screwed.
필시, 우리는 저기 저 프레스킥에 속에서
to become toys in that hydraulic press.
본인은 저 오뚜기 인형이 되어버리는 것 같네. 넘어져도 다시 일어나는.
It appears that when the time cometh, I shall be turned into a roly-poly toy myself. That rise it with every fall.
야, 이상한 소리 그만하고 이것 좀 어떻게 풀어봐.
Oi, shut your trap and do something. We've got to get out of these binds.
히스클리프군, 정말 미안하네. 본인이 비록 붉은 주머니 코스프레 복장을 얻고 싶었던 마음이 아주 조금은 있었어. 나.
Sorry, Heathcliff, I apologize profusely. It's true that there was the tiniest bit of selfishness within me that I wish procured a red sack cosplay set for myself. However, it was no lie that I wish to find me an impeccable outfit. You little shite, I knew that this was going to happen. Once I'm out of these binds, oh!
그래도 자네는 멋진 회중 시계라는 것이 되려는 모양이네.
At least thou shalt become an elaborate pocket watch! Damn clocks again!
저는 색연필이 되나봐요. 색도 24가지나 있대요.
I think they're going to turn me into a box of colored pencils! 24 fiber natural colors or so it says!
살아있는 재료는
We've not seen living raw materials in a time. We've not seen living raw materials in a while,
근데
But they're a bit loud, Can you see if my ears are bleeding, The more they scream, the happier our recipients will be,
자, 그럼 손질을 시작해볼까,
Then let's get cutting,
히스클리프 씨, 돈키호테 씨, 다행이다. 아직 선물이 되지 않으셨네요.
Heathcliff, Don Quixote! What a relief. They've not been turned into gifts yet! Quite cozy in here. Everyone! We're here for you, Heathcliff. Clockhead! Damn it. Didn't think I'd ever be this glad to see your mug. Looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to be shoved into the gift-making hydraulic machine press. Attune your straps. Descend! Look, I'm not the type to wear my heart on my sleeve, but after you lot saved me from getting turned into a pocket watch, I have to say it that you absolute idiots! You two had one job, to remain by the executive manager's side, yet you left yourselves to be captured like this! You know what? Forget it. Right, get a hold of yourself, you two! Manager, what now? Well, we've got to trash this place. Come on, get ready to wear your identities. Oh, yeah, Russian Black League's got a good joke there. Silent black chat.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
말로 받아내라.
Aye, we got a good start.
저 해충들을 도려내라.
물 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
오야.
Oh, that was fast.
모든 것에 견뎠어.
불가 위험.
시비수에게 명한다.
막아내지 못하리.
이 앞에 숨쉬는 자. 누구?
하나 넘고 물 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
지불할 능력도 의사도 없다면
Really?
목을 떨고 주마.
Okay, you little shit, time for payback.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도
That now, that's better. Now, let's reorganize, shall we?
날개를 펼치고
발톱을 걸어.
대검판.
몰아 넣었으니
모든
너는
것에
못 따라나.
견뎠어.
목을 떨고 주마. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수 없겠구나.
지시게.
바람 불어오는 대로
이제
밟아라.
지시게.
남은 시간을 탈탈 털어주는 수밖에.
일기당천.
목을 떨고 주마. 도끼를 보내라. 넌 푸름을 저 해충들을 도려내라.
이제 깨우치시게.
Oh, well, hey, that wasn't half bad. After we defeated the horde of gnomes, Don Quixote and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also knelt down, feeling I should be down with them, but Otis tightly pulled me to the side. I feel bad for those two.
준비되었어.
I'm ready. Commence, Lady Otis. You absolute buffoons! How did you even think that this was going to turn out okay? Are you even aware of the risk the executive manager took to get here? How worried they were about you two!
사실은
Well, actually, Cockhead was in it from the start. Silence! Do not refer to the executive manager with such derogatory language, insolent fool! It was my fault! It was my fault!
어릴 적
My mother used to
어머니에게
scold me like
혼날
this in my
때와
ear.
흡사.
Otis did not seem to slow down at all with her stern scoldings, and the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from the scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay?
과도한 정신적 충격으로 잠시 기절했을 뿐이었습니다.
Yes, she merely lost her consciousness from exposure to excessive degree of psychological shock.
어쩌다
How did you
이런
find
곳에
yourself at a
끌려온
place
것이오?
such as this?
사람
You are a
인
human,
거죠?
right? And we're really in the outskirts? Crayon initially appeared somewhat taken back from the deluge of questions, but she soon began to open up.
역시
So, you're really from the city. I'm from Cloudtown. It's a village on the north side of the outskirts. Are there a lot of monsters like these gnomes out here that can speak? Yeah, there are many more monsters out here other than the gnomes. I've seen a few of them myself, but the village elders told me about the rest. Our village was built to keep the monsters out, to keep us safe. If this didn't happen, we'd all be preparing dinner back at the village by now. So they raided your village. Yeah, and they attacked us when the hunters were gone, so we normally don't get raided around this time of year, so I thought we were safe, but then they suddenly attacked us, rushing in on their sleighs. Some of us tried to fight, but we didn't stand a chance, and everyone that they killed got shoved into the sacks on that sleigh. I passed out from fright, and they thought I was dead too. I got shoved into the sacks like the rest of the villagers. Oh, we forced you to talk about something that couldn't have been easy to go through. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Can I ask things too? Anything. Is it right that crayon boxes in the city have 48 different colors? And they have gold and silver colored crayons too? Probably. And there's just people in the city, right? No monsters like the gnomes that try to kill us, right? It's kind of hard to answer that, actually. Sometimes I climb a high hill to look at the city. I always saw pretty colorful lights from up there. So colorful that I don't have enough colors in my crayon box to draw them all. I wish I could live in the city. If I lived there, I'd never have to worry about getting attacked by monsters. I could live happily with all my neighbors. About that kid, I wouldn't advise that. No. That's not really advisable. I would not. Just no. It's not worth it. The city is far dangerous than you think. Actually, I'm pretty sure the library's somewhere outside the city. I remember reading that the call booted it to the outskirts, but I don't exactly know where in the outskirts that they booted to. Then again, we are talking about some pretty notable names. Let's see, former Red Mist Kali, former Arbiter Bina, Roland, who was pretty much a stand-in for the Black Silence. Yesod, Hod. Yeah, lots of other names I remember. Yeah, a lot of them got booted to the outskirts. I wonder if we're ever gonna see the library sometime, you know? It is a curious thing to wonder. But anyways, Crayon seems like an apt name regardless. You've really never been to the city, huh? SSE. I'm sorry? Same story everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are, death always stalks us. Oh, that was so cool. Can you say that again? Huh? That was cool? Oh, did you guys see anyone else nearby by any chance? I don't think we ran into any other humans out here. No, but he has to be here to save us. What do you mean? The best hunter of Cloudtown. If he was at the village, the gnomes wouldn't have... It appears that in the outskirts, there are hunters who specialize in hunting monsters akin to whalers of the Great Lake, that is. But wait, so if they're kidnapping and killing humans for these gifts, who are these gifts for? Oh my god. Holy shit, that gnome is big. He looks like me. What the? He looks like me plus the beard. I got a bit of a big belly, just saying. Ho ho ho! Of course, the gifts are for our poor and kind neighbors who do not cry. Executive manager, retreat! I don't know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over. Holy fuck, that guy's big! What is that thing? I am Santata! Bring our gifts to our neighbors! Ho ho ho! The guffawing giant garbed in red carried a massive gift sack on his shoulder. It was definitely not a human. Yeah, it's that kid! That was the boss! No, the Crimson Garb! That is the Crimson Garb that I spoke of! The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison. That's the Red Sack's outfit. Boy, then he's already... No, not the reindeer man too! Shut it! Cut the useless chatter for once. After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Otis approached me and spoke in a low voice. Executive manager, since he appears to be of an intelligent species, I will attempt to parlay with it. But we best prepare for battle in case the talks fall through. Yeah, that's a good idea. What do you mean by neighbors? Wings? Clients from the city? Oh! But we are denied entry into the city, are we not? Is that big lump of meat a gnome too? I happen to overhear that the gnomes during our
아니라 수염 거인이라 부른다고 했어.
Alright, sorry. I happened to overhear the gnomes during our time in captivity. They called their master Beard Giant, which I believe is not a gnome. A giant. There really are all kinds of monsters out there here, huh? Dante, that's not an abnormality, is it? No, that's not an abnormality or a distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales. Oh ho! Do you yearn for gifts too? Yet your kind already owns all there is to own. We and our neighbors in the outskirts wish so dearly for that very day. The only day we are allowed to join comfort in human gifts. I see. You produce toys out of humans and give them to those who harbor hatred for humans out of the pure goodness of your heart. Here, where all those who have been marginalized and exiled by humans gather and wallow, we pour our infinite hatred and care into packaging these gifts. Ho ho ho! Quite a verbose way of saying I refuse to negotiate. Oh, why don't you come here and join us? Become joy to those who need it. Yeah, I don't know. Prepare to be turned into mincemeat. Hell, maybe I'll shove you into that fucking box. The gift-giving giant. Yeah. Yeah, this will not end well for you. This is not going to end well for you, any of you. Prepare yourself.
불가 위야 막아내
모든 것이 전까지였어. 퇴가든 불어한다.
Hold on.
불가 위야
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나. 하나 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라. 죽었네. 다음은 어디로?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the hold up. I was just ordering dinner for later. I'm back.
불가 위야 막아내지 못해.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 혈염도 바로.
위험인물 발견.
시비수에게
제압할게요.
명한다. 이야, 진짜 누구 하나 살게 보내지 마라. 혈염도 바로. 모험하고.
Oh, that's just great.
모든 것에 견뎠어.
Shit.
날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어.
참 유용하군요.
모든 것에 견뎠어.
What do we need again? Rumen what? Rumen was.
얼마 안 걸릴 거야. 지불할 능력도 의사도 없어.
Time for some payback, you little shit.
일기당천.
틈을 끊어. 바로.
최선의 방어를.
혈염도 바로.
This is not a good day for you, buddy. You are now going to experience being eviscerated all at once. You are hardly gonna feel it. Well, if you get through it, that is. And there goes several hundred. Okay, let's get started.
위기당천.
Brace yourself, Santata. This won't end well for you. Me and the boys rolling up to kill Santa. Dang it, not enough. Ah.
전투 중이니까 짧게 부탁드리죠. 위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
Yep. You picked the wrong group to fuck with.
얼마든지 꺾어 제쳐라.
지발에 의뢰했다니. 최선의 방어를.
격격의 준비. 뚫어보이겠어.
Take it away.
얼마 안 걸릴 거야.
바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아라.
Execute him. Humans, I'll separate the flesh from your bones. Are you still breathing? Santata's gut suddenly began to expand. All of you, hold your breaths! Suddenly, a large figure leaped out of the dark and swam what looked like a stake into Santata's gut. Whoa! Does that smell most foul? I think I'm about to pass out! A scent of potently fetid refuse lingers. Some sinners dropped to the floor while the others gagged profusely. Clearly, this was a painful experience for all.
유독성이 있는 가스는 아닌 것 같습니다. 단지 극한의 불쾌감을 불러일으키는
The gas does
냄새가
not appear to be toxic. However, its scent seems to evoke a rather extreme level of discomfort.
북쪽의 거인을 쓰러뜨렸지만 처리 방법도 모르는 걸 보니 도시에서 온 사냥꾼들인가.
So you've defeated the northern giant, yet you don't seem to know the proper procedure for what to do afterward. Are you hunters from the city?
처리 방법?
Proper procedure?
북쪽의 거인은
Immediately before
죽기
death, a
직전
northern giant's body
몸에
fills with
가스를
noxious gas
가득
before
채운 후에
exploding in a rain of
터뜨리겠어.
acid. The man who staked Santata's gut explained as he approached us.
이 가스가
You have to puncture a hole in its gut to
산성체로
let out the gas before its internal organs condense it into acidic fluid. Allowing it to cause a chain reaction could complicate things. Okay. Interesting statement.
오, 이렇게 성과를 내는 건 얼마 만인지 몰라. 이제야 주목을 좀 받으려나?
Journey's end.
이거 냄새 더럽게 안 빠지네. 저건 또 누구야?
Ah, the stench won't come off. Who's that now?
도미노 아저씨!
Mr. Domino! Wait, Cloudtown. Domino. Are people in Cloudtown? Are people in the outskirts named after objects? Crayon, who'd been holding her bread with her fingers over her nostrils, ran up to the large man and hugged him. At least you're safe, Crayon. That's good. After stumbling for a moment, most due to the stench, most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino. Hey, you. Identify yourself. Name's Domino. I'm a monster hunter from Cloudtown. I don't suppose I can call it a town anymore now that it's just me and Crayon that's left. Relax, I wouldn't even think of hurting any of you. Ah, so you're the hunter that the girl mentioned. Otis relaxed upon Domino's confirmation. She leaned on a wall and looked to the floor in relief. Normally around this time of year, these monsters would have gone further north to a different village, so I was on an expedition to help them out. Looks like they decided to switch things up this time around. When I returned, they'd already finished their raid on our village and left. Damn it! They used to be predictable, attacking only right before Christmas. Do these tragedies happen often? Though I can't speak for the city, I can say that this is a common occurrence in the outskirts. It's a hellish place to live. You can even call this living. Survival alone is a miracle out here. Are there a lot more places out here like this? Like this mockery of a gift factory? No, can't say I've seen a factory like this anywhere else, but I can tell you one thing. Compared to some worse things that could have happened, this tragedy was nothing. That's the natural order of things in the outskirts. I do wonder sometimes that if we were in the city, no matter how bad it gets in here, it must be better than this living hell. It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts, it must be a hellish place to live if that's what he's if what he's told me is anything to go by, but the city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself, from what I'm seeing in my journey so far at least. Aha! Then accompany us back to the city. We were on our... Don Quixote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval. Thank you for the kind words at least. I wish it were that easy. If I could at least let this child enter the city somehow, just like that. But the city has no place to spare for this child, not even a small corner of it. Even if you were to somehow make it past the city's walls, there are countless variations of paperwork and procedure you must overcome before you can live the kind of life you desire. And what will people like us even do with such paperwork? And where will we find them out here? We've not studied or worked to find a job in the city as some youths of other villages do. Mister... There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued. I must still extend my gratitude for keeping the girl safe until my arrival. I know a good way to extend your gratitude. Maybe you can extend us a nice pouch of shiny, jangling bag of... Rodion's eyes were tinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point. Something shiny and jangling? Sure, maybe I can give you a tour of some antique items I keep at home. Precious items salvaged from the locomotive tracks of the outskirts. Not something you'll see every day in the city, I'm sure. Items from the outskirts. That tour alone could be worth more than just pure cash. Faust, there's still a decent chance that the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right? Indeed. In fact, it is unclear whether the door is still open. I recommend a quick return to the bus now that our two primary objectives have been secured. So she says. If you will permit me to speak my mind, Executive Manager. Even if this is not the Great Lake, the outskirts is an extremely perilous place. This curiosity cannot be a reason for us to risk getting stranded in this environment. Looks like you've got to hurry back. Well then, catch! Domino tossed a carved wooden doll into my direction. It does not appear to be anything dangerous. Let's inspect it further after we return. We mustn't dally any longer than we have to. Yeah, good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench, but we still made our way back to the door. The door has remained open. We made it back to the safety of Mephistopheles. Some time later, ooh, stinky. Charon, evacuate. Charon quickly made her escape to the decks. And Virgilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze. Looks like everyone's had quite the adventure, covered in blood and guts, and with a disgusting stench to boot. Oh, this is... Manager, I can't hear you anyway. So just reply to my neary with a nod or a shake. Your replies better match up with my expectations, of course. I have but one question. Was it you who made the call? I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or he has the worst things in mind after all. But it was I who decided to go along with their plan. This would not have happened without my authorization. Good, then my questioning is over. I will leave it to you to deal with this mess. You may rest afterward. And please, do something about this foul stench. Well then. With that, Virgilius disappeared into the back door once again. That's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come. Be glad! The best consultation is a consultation not had indeed. Alas, behold, one and all! I don't know when she had the time to pick it up in all that chaos, but Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to Mephistopheles. You picked that up from all that mess? I have laid claim upon evil gnome's trinkets! Now that's some real commitment. What's all that for? Art thou truly
Christmas decoration!
Art thou truly unaware of mine intentions? 'Tis for adorning our ship with Christmas decorations. Wait, now? We're still like 3 months away from Christmas. God, Creon and Domino, poor guys. Fuck. Agreed. Let's not risk healing old wounds to lower the morale of our company is. Oh, it's okay. It's getting better with time. Little by little. Yeah, we can all grow beyond it eventually. Marvelous! Then this appears to be an occasion for most fit for a Bartainen. What say you? Don't tell me you went through all that trouble for some party decorations. According to Dante's explanations, this incident was spurred on by Heathcliff's need for an outfit. Heathcliff had been silently brooding in his seat, with his face buried in his palms, out of shame most likely. Barely. Yet that very costume we had sought was worn by none other than monstrous giant. I don't know, I don't suppose it would fit Sir Heathcliff, but anyhow, forget it. It wasn't the kind of look I was going for anyway. What they say, Heath? We'll help you out as soon as we land, okay? The outfit's one thing, yeah, but you're speaking of the port ship we sailed past. The port ship on which a hair salon that printed those hair coupons conducts their business. The coupons could not be used as the port ship was not on our charted route. Leave it to me to style your hair. I've done my sisters and younger siblings' hair pretty often. We don't know how long we'll be floating on the stem wig anyway. Besides, I don't even know how to dress myself proper. I was going to attempt the trial and error method. Okay, but can you at least tell us what is that Julius gave you? Just so we know that what you're so exactly you're so anxious about. Saw it. After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter? So that's just something Virgilius gave you. Oh, I remember. My family's used this envelope before. It's made from a really expensive paper, made only in limited quantities at a time. It's quite a luxurious envelope. Can we read it, Heath? Sure, it's nothing impressive. Then Dante, why don't you read it out loud for the rest of us? Sure. Roja handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting, drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights, we cordially extend you, honored guests, an invitation to the what's this here? Somebody colored over this part of the letter. Well, I'll keep reading. Venue, Wuthering Heights, T Corp Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Please honor this location with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. Oh, and down here's a postscript. It's written in a different handwriting from the rest of the letter. P.S. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on account of it being colored over, but clearly the rest of the letter's contents had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again. So you gotta look fashionable and classy for this Kathy person, right? Well, yeah, but there's more to it than. Shh, quiet now. Now I can clearly see why you were so impatient, Heath. Why are you looking at me like that? Oi! I'll leave it up to you to style his hair, Master Hairdresser Hong Lu. I wouldn't call myself a master. Wait, where are you taking me? What the bloody hell is this grip? Yeah, Roja's got quite the grip strength. You won't free yourself from her anytime soon. The two sinners, practically holding Heathcliff by the arms, disappeared into the back door. Now Heathcliff's fate was sealed to be a mannequin to a now motivated and unbearably bored Roja's various experimentations. Yeah, I can hang this on trinket here and Don Quixote began humming a song, a carol perhaps, as he placed the various trinkets around the bus. I decided to go out to the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll the domino the hunter gave me just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked into the distance towards where the outskirts lie. Though I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giant, and the things Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. Stories different from those of the city. Faust approached from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard. Follow the stars, Dante, star by star. Then you will one day learn. So for now, follow the closest star that shines before your eyes. Yeah, I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am after all. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Oh god, it sounds like a cartoon battle in a dust cloud back there. Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, Faust? You make a rather tempting offer, Dante. The added color to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. Just another day in the company. I really liked Miracle in District 20. It's more lighthearted compared to everything else. I like that part. Intervallo 3-2. Yield my flesh to claim their bones. Got enough for one more roll. 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 Got enough for one more Okay, so next week, if I'm looking at this correctly, 30 to 35. 1, 2, no wait, that 10. 1, 2, 3, that's 30. 70, 105. So, if I'm looking at this correctly. Oh, hey, it's Zigong and Zilu. Honglu's at the end, obviously. Got a long way to go, huh? Already spent our earnings. Well, we got a long way to go before the collab. Got a long way ahead of us. Horsebound Pact, Past Pursuance, Thumbies Capo 4, Sing Association West Section 3. 2%. W Corp, N Corp, R Corp, Wade Lineage, Yes the Association, Sing Association, Thumbies Capo, Wage Lineage South. Oh wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 identities. 1, 2. 2 of the 7 have been acquired. Alright.
하루가 저물어가는
At
동안
least we know what to look
나는
forward
그저
to.
서 있을 뿐이었어.
That said, I think I'm pretty proud of how far we've come. Really proud. Just another day in the Limbus company. Really don't know what to do. I don't exactly have enough in Keflin to make it to start Kanto Intervallo 3-2. Was it, or would it be 3-4 at this point? No, 3-2, yeah. Okay, so first Walpurgis took place between Intervallo 2 and Kanto 5. Second Walpurgis night took place between Miracle in District 20 and Yield My Flesh to Claim Their Bones. And I'm not exactly getting anything from this anytime soon. I've already played my part in that case. Yeah. Just Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this Intervallo for our sake. I'll probably continue this next week, next Tuesday, for the most part. Anyways, it has been fun, everybody. This is Squid here. I am going to be ending this stream. Thanks for sticking along, everyone. I'm definitely going to be spending some downtime preparing for the future. But for the most part, I am going to end this. It has been fun, y'all. I'll be seeing y'all next time. Bye-bye.
그대 드디어 목적지를 찾은 것이오.